Hello everyone, welcome to Efil Golf Channel, and today is, guess what? Today is lesson day. Today we're going to talk about what's a correct golf posture, okay? So in my opinion, this is the standard way you're looking at a golf posture. All right, so first we're gonna go to side view. Side view is actually more important than the front, but we are going back to the front. All right, as you can see right now, I have a side view. At this moment, your feet should be, the width of your stance should be shoulder width, okay? What you want to do right now, you want to make sure your knees are softly bent, okay? And also you want to bend from your hip sockets, you bend from your hip sockets and your upper torso, you want to feel like you're not hunched forward like that. You want to make sure you maintain a little bit pinch, but not overly do it. Okay, I want to talk about why you don't want to overly do it. All right, so you bend from your hip socket, and then you want to make sure your lower back here from your lumbar area to your thorax, you do not want to do this movement. Okay, this is considered a arching back, or in the medical terms called the anterior back. We want to go to a neutral position, so you're going to thrust your pelvis forward. Okay. Now, why do I know that? Because I have been a personal trainer for about 20 years. This position you see, the anterior back, is very good for a two-dimensional movement. Say if you're doing a squat, okay? Or if you're doing a deadlift. Now remember, all those movements consider two-dimensional movements, but golf is three-dimensional. So we want to make sure you're in a neutral position, okay? Now, you bend from your hip sockets. You want to make sure you maintain a soft pinch back, but not overly do it. If you overdo it, guess what? You're going back to that arching position or the interior position. Go back to the neutral position, thrust your pelvic forward, okay? And then your arms should hang nicely out of your shoulder sockets. If you can see right now, if I point my fingers down, it will be slightly on the toe or a little bit outside of your toes, okay? This will be a posture from the side view. Now we're gonna go to the front view. You're gonna do the exact same thing, shoulder width, softly bend your knees, bend from your hip sockets. You can also do this. Make sure your back, your lower back from your lumbar to thorax, maintain neutral. Now here's something to think about. Your abdominal muscle is also very important. You want to make sure you don't have a push out movement. Look like this. It looks like my guts hanging out a little bit. Okay, you don't want to do this. You want to make sure you hold your abs in. There's slight engagement. Okay, and we're going to talk about the third position in the future episodes, which is the contraction position. All right, we're going to go everything neutral. All right, everything neutral. Bend from your hip sockets, arms hanging here. One very important thing you have to think about when you grip the golf club, your left hand is going to be higher than your right hand. So, in other words, your right shoulder is going to be below your left shoulder. But remember, very important, you don't want to drop your shoulders like this. You are going to produce that position by turning your thorax, means your rib cage, slightly down this way. Do not press your shoulders down. Okay? So in other words, it's gonna feel a little bit awkward. All right? A lot of people tend to do this. They tend to square up their shoulders like this. Okay? That's not the way to do it. You want to make sure, because your left hand is higher and right hand is lower, this is your golf posture. And your neck should never be like this or like that. Keep it in a neutral position. Okay? All right. So I know for most of you, you may be able to do it. But some of you maybe, you carry a little bit extra weight. You got some extra poundage. And that's okay. Now understanding, it just takes time to work on it. And don't worry, I will show you exercise that you can improve those positions and muscle recognitions. That would be the next episode. All right, so keep working on it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, www.efilgolf.com. See you next time. Thank you. All right, I know I just forget something. This is one last piece of it. So make sure when you're in the golf posture right here, okay, you want to make sure your body weight, it's not on your heels or not on your toes, okay? You want to make sure your body weight is the middle of your shoes. All right, first shoelace hold. All right. But now in the beginning, if you have tendency, I'd rather you go more on your toes to work on more core pressure. It means that neutral position and your lower back. All right, thank you.